Alright guys, MLDN here, bringing you guys an arms video, and everyone loves arms videos, and this is my video on how to build huge arms, because my arms, everyone knows me, they've seen me through school when I used to play football. My arms weren't the best. My arms were small, they were like twigs, and I had no kind of signs that my genetics were, good for arms. I just found out, I believed that I worked my arms to being this good, because I know I've always had a big chest. Chest was kind of in my genetics from the start. Chest and legs, I know I had quite good. My arms, they were always usually small and not as big as I wanted them. And I found out the way to build the big arms for me. For biceps, I need to start off with heavy weight. So here, as you can see, I start off with 3 sets, heavy curls, and I make sure I get about 5 reps each, or 5 reps or more each. Sometimes I get 8, sometimes I get 7, and it just depends on how I feel. But heavy curls, start off with, not usually the heaviest weight, but then work my way up through the 3 sets and make sure I can get at least 5 reps in. And as you can see, some towards the end I do jeopardize the form a bit, but it doesn't matter. It's only 1 rep, and it is actually kind of pushing my muscle to grow, doing the exercise. And also I'm getting a full contraction. I've got a good mind muscle connection with my biceps. And here, as you can see, I push the weight down by 7 kilograms on each side, and I just take it slow. This is light curls for 3 sets, and I make sure I get above 8 reps. This is slow, just concentrating, contracting my biceps as much as I can, and feeling the muscle. So I see many people, when they do biceps or they do another weight, they usually go heavy on biceps, heavy, or they go light on biceps and do a lot of reps. They never kind of incorporate the two to do like a hybrid of heavy and then move on to light. And I don't mean by people doing finishes light. I mean people would start doing bicep curls that are relatively light for 15 reps, and then others would start doing bicep curls that are just 5 reps all the time, and they wouldn't change it up, and people are looking the same, their arms ain't growing. And the main thing you gotta realize, if your arms or if a certain body part doesn't grow after you doing the same regime for quite a while, then switch it up. Don't just stay with the same mentality, because research shows, all the research that I've read shows that every single body in the world is different. Every single body reacts to every creatine, to glutamine, to everything. You can never truly tell how someone is going to react to something. And it's same with gym. You never really truly tell how someone's going to grow muscle in certain areas. Some people do it with high reps, yeah, fair enough. Some people do it with low reps, high weight, again, fair enough. And some people like me, I believe, I used to do a lot of volume, in terms of I used to do a lot of reps, and it didn't really help my biceps. And I used to do heavy weight, and it kind of helped my biceps, and then they just stopped. They didn't grow as much. And I found out doing both of them together in sort of a hybrid helped my biceps a lot. And I also learned that incorporating hammers helps with the sweep, or kind of the V between your shoulder and your bicep, or that hole that they call it. And not many people do hammers, or people that do hammers like to throw it about because it's heavyweight. And if you can concentrate your hammers, you can make some real nice side action gains. If that makes sense, you can make some real nice side action gains. And I noticed that my biceps from the side were brought up a lot, because my biceps were massful at first, and I wanted to bring out the side. I wanted to see how I can get the shoulder, the shoulder looking nice, but also the bicep whole. And I found hammers, concentrating them, making sure you do them right, actually helps a lot. And many people are quick to neglect hammers as curls, and hammers are not curls. I gotta say that hammers, I used to think, when I used to see people do hammers, I would say there's no point doing curls if you're doing hammers, or there's no point doing hammers if you're doing a lot of curls. And if you can incorporate them both two at the same time, it's a great exercise. Curls is great, and so is hammers. And I feel that if people incorporate them both, you get a nice looking bicep, like you get from the side, you get massful. But for me to get the mass on my bicep, I had to increase the weight. I had to stay heavy to keep my biceps looking good. And people don't understand is, my kind of regime of heavy to light hybrid isn't for every muscle group, because here I'm doing triceps, and for triceps it's completely different, because for triceps I like to do light overheads. This is light overheads, 30 kilograms for 5 sets or 15 plus reps. And the reason is, one, there isn't heavy enough dumbbells in this gym, but even if there was, I don't think I would do any more, because I can right now jump onto the bench and do close grip bench press heavy, but I just don't feel my triceps as much. So I kind of strayed away from, because I used to have the same regime for biceps and triceps, was heavyweight and then move on to light. And I found out that helped with my biceps tremendously. They started growing up, they started becoming massful, but my triceps started lagging behind, and I was doing the same thing and I was wondering why. And it's just because I wasn't putting as much concentration into my triceps, and my triceps maybe grow with a lot more reps, lot more volume. And here I just tried to concentrate, just tried to feel the muscle all the way, and I tried to switch it up. I did tricep overheads for 5 sets, 15 plus reps, and then I put the tricep. I carried on with tricep overheads, but I put the weight down from 30 kilograms, I think, to this is 26. And then I did a variation superset where it was tricep overheads with 1 dumbbell, both arms, and then it was tricep overheads with like kind of 2 arms but 1 arm each. You'll see. I really don't know what the exercise is called. I've never actually. I only incorporated it about 6 months ago, and I found out it helps my triceps a lot. And it's like it's like kind of a tricep overhead 1 dumbbell, or maybe it's like kickbacks basically. And just because I prefer this to kickbacks, as I don't feel kickbacks as much, but fair enough, other people do. And if they do, it's just about feeding the muscle and seeing progression. If you've been doing a certain regime for 2-3 months and there is no improvement, or you look the same, my advice is you have to change it up. Try something different. Try lower weights, maybe try more volume. But if you're looking the same all year round and every year, change it up. You gotta make a difference. You gotta, in a sense, shock the body. And I don't mean, what people tend to do is, 1 week they'll do something, they'll get bored, and the next week they'll do another thing, and you can't really switch regimes as quick as 1 week do this, another week do that, 1 week do this. You have to kind of leave it to see how it works. Same with studies. If when I look at certain studies online or certain theories, I put into practice over a month minimum. I never put something into practice over a week, because you can't really determine anything over a week. You can't tell if your diet is good over a week. You can't tell anything. If you're dieting, especially, I've seen a lot of people that what they'll do is they'll do a certain diet for a week, and then they'll do another diet for another week. But what people don't realize is, to lose weight, this is purely from what I've read, to lose weight, it does take 3 or 4 days before your body adjusts to the certain diet. So you can't be changing your diet every week if your diet already takes 3/4 of the week just to adjust to the diet. So your body adjusts to the diet, and then you change it. It just doesn't make any sense. Same with, that's how I put into practice for exercises or reps or weight. It's just don't do too much, as in don't change it too much, sorry. Kind of try something for a month. If it works, keep it going. If it stops working, for example, my triceps, when I first started with the heavyweight and the moving on to lightweight, it worked at first. My triceps were making gains, but as I said, it started lagging behind my biceps, and I had to change that up. I couldn't keep doing the same thing, otherwise my biceps would grow huge and my triceps would stay lagging behind, and it would look awkward on my arms, if that makes any sense. So everything you do, just do it. Just know it takes time. When you change something up, it'll take time. You don't just come in the gym one day, do arms, and your arms are huge. So it's a learning process as in everything you do. So I learned that my triceps needed a bit more concentration, a bit more effort to squeeze, a bit more, killing it with volume rather than killing it with weight. As my biceps, I kill it with weight, but then I go into concentration afterwards. And here you can see, as I try to focus on tricep extensions, I try to focus, make sure I'm doing it right, make sure the muscle's fully contracted, I'm not just throwing the weight about. And I can throw the weight about a little bit for my biceps, because I kind of feel that I've got a better mind muscle connection than my triceps. And my triceps, I kind of have to, feel it, go through supersets. Like I'm doing a superset here, which is tricep extensions. I do 2-arm tricep extensions, which leads to 1-arm tricep extensions. And the 1-arm tricep extensions I can barely do, but still I try to get as many reps as I can till failure. The double-handed tricep extensions, I try to get about 12 to 15 reps or more. And then for the second one, for the 1-arm each, I just try to do as many as I can. And that seems to have helped me a lot. And I love these 1-arm tricep extensions, because I don't see many people do 1-arm tricep extensions. And I feel like if you were to give, add a bit more weight to 1-arm exercises, or put more concentration on 1-arm exercises, you build up your triceps or any muscle group a lot better. Obviously not chest. Well, chest you can actually, dumbbells. And you can build up, because for example, some people don't realize when they do 2-handed exercises for, bench press, curls, if you do it for so long, one of your arms, it's not for everyone, but sometimes one of your arms can take more of the strain or hold more of the weight rather than the other arm. And people wouldn't realize that, because they'll be pushing the weight, they'll be going, yeah, this is good. But then you ask them to do, 1-arm exercises, 1-arm each exercise. For example, I'd ask someone to do dumbbell bench press, and all of a sudden you can tell one arm is stronger than the other, and people don't realize that when they do 2-arm exercises. That's why I think it's vital to change it up, just to try something new, and also to add variation, and it will help you with your mind muscle connection in each arm, and that will just help both arms grow, because it's good to have mind muscle connection with both arms rather than just one. I'm pushing the weight about. But that's the main thing. If you do this workout, if you want big arms like I have, if you want big arms, try this workout. Try a mixture of heavy and light for biceps, and triceps, concentrate on it. And I'm telling you, you will build massive arms. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and stay tuned for more videos.